Welcome. I am Lycanthrope R, and this is Solving All Our Problems with Violence. And we are here with one of the most violent ones of all, definitely, Mortal Kombat. Let's go. It's combat time. Man, it's finally here. It's weird. Well, I've been a long time Mortal Kombat fan since I was a young person, far too young to actually be playing Mortal Kombat, but I assume that story is the same for a lot of people. But yeah, the first one I actually really delved into was Mortal Kombat 3. And then as time went on, I doubled back and played Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. I think I might have come across Mortal Kombat 2 in arcades, actually, and just because I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember messing around with Sub-Zero or something or other in Mortal Kombat 2, just on like an arcade machine at like a pizza parlor or something. But Mortal Kombat 3 was the one that really caught my attention and really delved into on the Super Nintendo. In case you, I don't know, have any illusions about my age. So, and now in glorious 2023, we have Mortal Kombat 1. Let's crack open the game. Forgive the capture card. Sometimes it does a lot of handshaking through like HDR checks and I don't know. Yep, there it goes. Okay. It'll fix itself. Just give it a sec. It'll be okay. Right. So because I'm specifically... wait, let me shut up right quick.
Having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, my next task was to restart history. Not beholden to past events, I was free to craft a new era. It was with humility and restraint that I approached this blank canvas. After careful preparation, I began work, painting over the darkness. After eons passed, I sketched out the realms. After eons more, I brushed them in with life. In my new era, all beings will have the opportunity to find peace. Whether or not they do will be their responsibility. For my power only permits me to begin this endeavor. It is the duty of mortals to finish it.
See, look at how cool that was. A lot of fighting games now have... I don't know, they've stopped doing like the opening cutscene when you turn on the game, the opening video. You know, the giant attract mode thing that they would have in arcades. Or even past that. I mean, a lot of fighting games still had at least like the opening thing to, I don't know, just show off really. But in recent years, they've just been like, yeah, you bought the game, here's the title screen, just press X. But so it's good to see that, in fact, well, like Mortal Kombat's like 9, X, and 11 really didn't have the opening scene, so good on them for bringing it back. So shout outs to the latest follower. I believe we have Stella Candley. Yes, welcome. On this channel, we play a number of different fighting games. This weekend, we have specifically earmarked for Mortal Kombat 1. And specifically for tonight, it's tonight here in Japan. I have it set to followers only, with a follow limit of 30 minutes, just because I'm going to be playing through the story mode, and I just don't want random people, random trolls coming in Just trying to, I don't know, say things they shouldn't be saying. So it's only just for tonight. Tomorrow and Sunday, I'll open it back up because I'll just be doing random fights and the invasion mode and things like that. But before anything, what we're going to do is we are going to learn how to play the game, because we're probably not going to get very far in story mode if we don't know how to play the game. So I did play the beta, so I'm pretty good on it, and I've played like all the Mortal Kombat before this one, so I probably don't have to, but it's always good because there might be something that you forgot or something that you just didn't realize. So let's go ahead and crack it open. Connecting the servers. Stupid online only nonsense. Yeah, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh, and also they give you coins for it, so might as well. Yeah. Okay. The handshaking will stop after a bit. Like once it cycles through gameplay and stuff, then it stops. But which is why I'm doing the tutorial first, so it doesn't happen during story mode. So, welcome to Mortal Kombat 1. Let's go over some basics before you enter the fight, starting with movement. Yeah. They still don't bend their knees in this game. They need to. It's been 30 years. Like, learn how to make the characters bend their knees. Oh. All right, hit with ducking attacks. All right. Seems good to me. Okay. All right, so press the touchpad to view a demo of the required task during most tutorial lessons. Double tap the touchpad to quickly reset to the starting position. Fair enough. This is pretty funny just to have people in the background freaking out, because there's definitely a lot to freak out about if you're watching a Mortal Kombat battle. Holding back or forward while executing some basic attacks to perform a wider array of attacks. Directional attacks vary with each character. Yep. Oh, that's slide forward. You can see him kind of slide forward a bit. That's cool. Yeah. Continue with a K. All right. Blocking is your most basic defensive technique, significantly reducing the damage you take from the opponent's attacks. Woohoo! Mid attacks are the most common type of attack, targeting a character's midsection. Mid attacks can be blocked while standing or ducking. That wasn't the right. I should check my controls. Okay. One thing I probably should have done before the stream started. Okay. So we'll have block be that. And I'm playing on an arcade stick. So I don't know. Everything's probably going to go to hell very quickly. Put cameo on that button, I guess. And I don't know if it... Wait, throw. I guess that's good. Maybe. You suck, Johnny. Okay, I deserve that. Low attacks target the feet of your ew. Can't read. What's going on? Low attacks target the feet or lower body, hitting standing characters that are blocking. You can only block a low attack if you are ducking. I dig all of the highlighted keywords there. That one, the button. All right. High attacks target the head or upper body. While high attacks can be blocked while standing or ducking, they can be evaded entirely by ducking without blocking. So this game is unique in that, you know, it makes you duck without blocking in order to evade high attacks, when in other games, like, it just doesn't matter. And also to evade throws, you duck without blocking. But if you're blocking and they try to throw you, you're just gonna get caught. So, it's an interesting little quirk about this game, or the recent sets of Mortal Kombat games in particular. Overhead attacks strike downward from above to hit ducking characters that are blocking. You can only block an overhead attack if you are standing. Yeah. All right. So, your opponents will attempt to mix low attacks and overhead attacks to get past your defense. Ow. You gotta stay sharp. If your opponent is blocking your attacks while standing, hit them with a low attack. Yeah, this should make you do it like 3 times, but at least it doesn't automatically keep going and you can move on when you want to. If your opponent is blocking your attacks while ducking, hit them with an overhead attack. Throws can hit a blocking opponent that is standing or ducking. Use a throw to attack an opponent that consistently defends against your other attacks. Back throws will switch sides with the opponent. Hold forward while performing a throw with the help of your cameo partner to position the opponent in front. While you cannot block a throw, you have a brief window to perform a throw escape to break free. Break free. Back throws can be escaped by pressing square or X immediately after you've been grabbed by the opponent. Oh, I didn't expect it to pause the game for you. How nice of them. Now perform a throw escape with proper timing. Toward throws can be escaped by pressing triangle or circle immediately after you've been grabbed by the opponent. So you just have to guess, unfortunately. Use what you have learned to defeat your opponent. Oh, you got homework. All right, let's see. Woohoo! Aw, yeah. At least fade out, game. What the hell? Alright. Special moves and combo attacks. Each character has unique special moves, which are executed by performing a quick sequence of directional and button inputs. Pressing the right combination of attack buttons in quick succession will unleash a combo attack. In this section, a circle timer shows the time remaining to press each button in the combo attack sequence. Oh, that's a cool visual. Nope. I am a Mortal Kombat god. Okay. Your cameo partner can enter the fight to support your lead character or attack the opponent. Cameo attacks are limited by your cameo gauge located under your health bar. Am I blocking it? I'm kind of blocking it, but it's okay. You can see it on the right side of the screen too. Your cameo gauge will recharge automatically over time. I like how he just comes out and stands there for a bit, but each cameo partner has unique abilities and attacks to make your lead character more dangerous in combat. It happens, but you know, you gotta go through stuff with a fine-tooth comb, you know, before putting it out to the public. Experiment with different teams to find deadly combinations. Use what you have learned to defeat your opponent. That was... Alright, super meter and fatal blows. Your super meter is located in the bottom left of the screen if you're player 1. Fill your super meter by causing damage, receiving damage, or performing special moves. So special moves like the slide build super meter more quickly than basic attacks. Interesting. You can spend your super meter to perform powerful attacks and defensive techniques. You can enhance some special moves by pressing, the block button at the same time as the attack button. Most enhanced special moves cost 1 bar, or 1/3 of your total super meter. Enhance Ice Ball for a mid-attack that destroys incoming projectiles. Okay. Enhance Ice Slide to gain armor and switch sides. Some characters have powerful enhanced special moves that cost additional super meter to perform. So spend extra meter to enhance Ice Clone to extend its lifespan and create additional clones. Fun! Your cameo partner can help you escape an opponent's combo at the cost of a full super meter. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. Okay, never mind. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? The combo breaker can turn defeat into victory when it's used to escape a damaging combo at a critical moment, but the high cost means it cannot be used frequently. Now perform a combo breaker with proper timing to escape the opponent's combo. When your character's health is below 30%, you can team up with your cameo partner to perform the Fatal Blow. You can only use your Fatal Blow once per match if it successfully hits. If a Fatal Blow is blocked or misses, you'll have to wait a short time before you can use it again. Let's see. I got my fishbone tattoo. My tattoo artist had some Mortal Kombat movie playing on the screen. I told him, oh really? Was it the most recent one? There's a live action Mortal Kombat movie that came out, I want to say maybe like 2-ish years ago. Or there's also been a couple of animated ones too. So. Was animated. Yeah, there have been recently a group, kind of a trilogy of 3 animated movies that came out. They're pretty good. They're not bad. I would say that some of them are even like more gruesomely, I don't know, like the way that they draw, I don't know, the violence and stuff is kind of weirdly more gruesome than the game itself, which is funny. Yeah, Scorpion's Revenge was the first one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been playing Mortal Kombat for all these years, and even when I first saw the movie, I was like, ugh. But, but yeah, I mean, there are well done movies overall, I think, so.
Let's do this.
All right. Well, that was a weird fight that shouldn't have gone like that, but okay. Outstanding. You have completed the basic tutorial. Sharpen your skills in the Learn Hub with a variety of in-depth tutorial lessons, character-specific combo challenges, and freeform practice. Become a ninja in no time. All right, so that was 10% of the tutorial. Well, let's keep it moving so we can get to the story mode. Right. Juggle combos. Some attacks will launch your opponent into the air. Perform a juggle combo by hitting an airborne opponent before they land. Right. That's nice that they tell you to delay it a bit. Wait, why is that so slow? Like, you're like waiting like 2 seconds in between attacks. Why would you do that? It's kind of one of the problems with, I don't know, how they've animated Mortal Kombat's combo strings, that they're really slow. Like, if you go back to Mortal Kombat 3, then, the mofos were quick, but here it's just, like, that's not how someone would do a combo attack. But, right, whatever. With the correct timing, you can juggle a launched opponent with a combo attack string for more damage. Alright, Scorpion got some range. Alright. Let's do that one more time. Up. Effed it up. There we go. Yeah, it's like the moves need to flow together more. Like, they're so disjointed almost. Like, they're not flowing together like an attack sequence is supposed to. But, this game will still sell like 12 million copies, so I guess it's just not that high on their priority list. That's cool. Hey, 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 hey. Oh no. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, that was the wrong one. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, back. I don't know. Can't read. But now I've missed. There we go. What? What? Yeah, we need like a 10% speed up on these combo strings. That would be great. Anybody from NetherRealm was watching, yeah, speed this up by like 1.5 1.1 or like 1.2. Speed it up a bit. Let's go 1.2. Speed it up by 1.2. Special move combos. Some attacks will stun your opponent for a short time. Hit them with another attack before they recover to start a combo. It's always funny because like Ed Boon, one of the creators of Mortal Kombat, he always does the Scorpion get over here voice, and it's always so just not what the voice actor playing Scorpion sounds like when you actually hear him, but they still just have him do the yell, get over here, just for tradition, even if it doesn't fit Scorpion's actual voice. Combine special moves and combos for... Oh, and combo attack strings for longer combos. Okay. Some special moves are useful for extending combos. Scorpion Spear can pull in an opponent that's been launched for a juggle combo. Alright, launch. Hiya. Yep. 1.2 speed. 1.2, definitely. Alright, so we switched out for Raiden. A jumping attack is a forward jumping attack that targets a grounded opponent. Jumping attacks can be risky, but they're an effective way to go on offense. The jumps are really floaty in this game. A jump in with a punch attack against a grounded opponent will leave them standing on hit, allowing you to start a combo with a grounded attack as you land. Ooh. Yep, 1.2 speed. 1.2 speed. Speed this up. Like just It's like those are not an effective attack combination. It'll just get blocked. You don't get your ass beat. You try something that slow in a real fight. What's going on? Jump and kick attacks deal more damage and usually have more range than jumping punch attacks, but they cannot start a grounded combo because they knock down the opponent. A jump in with a kick attack will launch your opponent into the air, allowing you to start a juggle combo with the right follow-up attack. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're at the right distance for that. Yeah. Fail. Okay, you can walk forward a bit. Or just do it in the corner. Then it doesn't matter. Because there's nowhere for them to go. Giving you some of the lowdown. Dash cancel. A dash can be interrupted partway through by attacking. A dash can be interrupted partway through by attacking, ducking, or blocking. This technique is known as dash canceling. Canceling a forward dash into an attack will significantly extend the attack's effective range. The later you cancel the dash, the more range will add to the attack. Yeah. There's no like forward momentum slide or anything, you just kind of... What do you want from me, game? Oh, back. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Cancel a backward dash into an attack to retreat from a space, then swing into it. This can be used to evade an incoming attack, then quickly counterattack. Cool. You can cancel a dash by blocking. So hold L1 to quickly defend yourself, or briefly tap L1 to cut your dash short so you can start a new movement action as soon as possible. A forward dash can be cancelled to a forward jump, but not an upward or backward jump. So, yeah, it doesn't let you. You can only do forward jump. Like it said, a backward dash can be cancelled to a backward jump, but not an upward or a forward jump. Makes sense. Money. Give me money. All right. All right, so cameo combos. Your team will be more effective when both characters work together. Use cameo summon attacks to create combo opportunities for your lead character. Use Frost's Ice Carpet to stun the opponent, then perform an attack with Raiden for a combo. Okay, so it doesn't activate unless you hit with the first. Oh, that's an interesting sequence. We're having fun. The extended range of Raiden. It's supposed to be pronounced Raiden. They should have fixed that. For this reboot, they should have fixed all the name pronunciations, but I'm sure they didn't. The extended range of Raiden's electric fly lets him combo from Frost's Ice Carpet at a distance. Whee! Both team members can act independently after a cameo summon is finished, creating new combo opportunities. Frost's partner can hit the opponent immediately after Snowflake's hits to create a combo. Experiment with different teams of characters to find unique combo opportunities. Ashra. If you execute a special move, as soon as the basic attack hits, you will end the basic attack early and start the special move immediately. This technique is known as a special move cancel. This technique is known as a special move cancel because the end of your basic attack is cut short or cancelled. Now perform a special cancel with proper timing. Remember that you don't have to wait for the basic attack to finish before you start inputting your special move. A cancel causes your special move to hit the opponent much earlier than if you had waited for the basic attack to finish normally, allowing for moves to form a combo otherwise could not. Fail! Special move cancel after the last attack in a combo attack string to build longer, more damaging combos. What? You gonna do me like that, game? Air combos. You can perform an aerial combo attack during a jump if you hit an opponent that is also airborne. Some attacks will launch the opponent high into the air, creating the opportunity to juggle the opponent with an aerial combo attack. There we go. You can special cancel most airborne attacks and airborne special moves. Awkward as hell. Come on, man. Why are you gonna do me like that? There we go. Nope. Combine launching attacks, aerial combo attacks, and special cancels to build longer, damaging combos. This opening move is so slow. Why? Okay. 1.2 speed. I'm just gonna put it out into the universe. Like just a patch that increases all combo attack strings by 1.2 speed. 1.2 times speed, I should say. Cameo Summon Cancel. A cameo summon is the most common type of cameo attack. Your lead character will pause for a moment to command their cameo partner to perform an attack. The cameo summon functions much like a special move because it causes your lead character to take an action. This means that a basic attack can cancel into a cameo summon, just like a special cancel. Interesting. Use Kung Lao's spin to launch the opponent into the air, giving Scorpion juggle combo opportunities that he would not have on his own. Ew. Oh, let's see. Okay, so actually being right up close is kind of bad for that one. Just because, I don't know, you don't want them to fly over you, but. Whoops. Yep. Alright, one more time. See, it's good I'm doing the tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing, clearly. Alright, well, you can just back up a bit on your own accord, I guess. To make sure that you're in a good position to continue the combo. As you become more comfortable using special move cancels and cameo attack cancels, you can combine them to build longer combos that deal more damage. Ooh, fun. But still, 1.2 times speed though. Like still, we still need that. It's a little too slow. It's a little too slow to be grating. A little too slow to the point of being noticeably grating. Some sentence in that area, you know. A cameo ambush is a type of cameo attack that allows your lead character and your cameo partner to act independently. Sonya's Square Wave Punch is a cameo ambush that can attack airborne opponents while your lead character is free to perform other actions. The cameo ambush can create opportunities for all kinds of unique and creative combos when your characters work together. Sonya's Square Wave Punch can extend a juggle combo after Ashra launches her opponent into the air, creating combo opportunities that would not otherwise be possible. Oh. For example, the cameo ambush offers much more timing flexibility during combos when compared to special moves and cameo summons that require a cancel. Whoopsie daisy! That was fun. Let's try that again. From this side. Always try your combos on both sides so you can get a feel for it. Because the directions flip. Alright. The cameo ambush has a lot of timing flexibility, but this can make them more challenging to use in combos. Small adjustments in input timing can change how long the opponent is airborne or how far they are knocked back. Yeah, I'm actually 80 years old, didn't you know? But nope, that wasn't it. Yeah, that timing is not correct. Wait, 2, 3. Wait a minute. All right, how are you supposed to do it? 1, 2, 3. What the heck? The game is cheating. The game is cheating. There we go. Oh my god. There we go. Nope. It always helps to do these more than once also, just to make sure you actually know what you're doing. Yeah. Benjamin Button, that's an... Yeah, that's... Yeah, that was a movie. Now the game is really cheating. Nope. Oh, come on, game. Give me some slack here. There we go. Son of a... Oh, now... Alright, let's just keep going. Combine a special move cancel with a cameo ambush to further expand your combo options. Oh, I have to cancel into that, okay. Fun. Outstanding. You've learned many advanced offense techniques in this section. You can move on to the advanced defense lessons. Take a break to play some matches or experiment with other characters in practice mode. A cameo ambush is a type of attack. It's a type of cameo. Oh, wait. Alright. Pay attention, dummy. Advanced blocking. No, this tutorial is longer than I thought, but you know, I already said I'm going to do the tutorial, so we're going to finish it out. I'm a man of my word. When an attack is blocked, it will still deal some damage. Though block damage from a single attack is small, many blocked attacks will add up to a significant amount of health. Use block damage to reduce the opponent's health. If an attack would deal enough block damage to win the round, the defender will automatically spend a bar of super meter to survive. Many attacks will be too fast to correctly block by reacting to your opponent's actions. To successfully defend, you'll need to anticipate your opponent's most likely attacks. If you're expecting an incoming attack, block while ducking to defend against high, mid, and low attacks. Most attacks fall into these three categories. Alright, so we know what's next. You won't be able to block an overhead attack while ducking, but most overhead attacks are slow enough that you can react and switch to a standing block. Your opponent will attempt to mix low and overhead attacks to get past your defense. Hold down while blocking to defend against faster low attacks, but be ready to stand when you see a slower overhead attack coming. Ow! Fail! Success! Watch out for sequences of attacks that mix lows and overheads. You'll need to switch quickly between standing and ducking to block correctly. Ow. Oh, that... It don't tell me what's an overhead or not. Well, obviously the jumping attack's overhead. But I don't know anything about Ashra's combo strings. No, that's an overhead. God damn. Like, figure it out, dumbass. Figure it out. When you get hit by an attack, you will gain a little more super meter than your opponent does. When you block an attack, your opponent will gain significantly more meter, but you will not gain any. Like, no turtling allowed. You're only making it harder on yourself. The damage will add up if you block too often, but you will also give the opponent significantly more super meter to spend on enhanced specials and combo breakers. Avoid your opponent's attack and stay on the offense whenever possible. Up block. If you're confident the opponent will perform an overhead attack, you can press and hold up while blocking and perform an up block. Blocking an overhead using up block allows you to recover much faster than simply blocking the attack while standing. In most cases, you'll be able to hit the opponent with a fast attack before they can finish their own. Up block is very effective against jumping attacks when your opponent gets too predictable. You'll be able to recover quickly and hit them with a fast attack as they land. Nope, wait. Just kidding. If you up block an overhead or jumping attack, the opponent will not be able to continue their combo attack string or cancel them to a special move. This significantly reduces the risk of performing a counter attack after a successful up block. Bang, whack! Up block is a powerful defensive tool, but it has some disadvantages. An up block is more of a commitment than a normal block, preventing you from moving or attacking for a short time. Your character is vulnerable to low attacks, throws, and low attacks. Throws deal extra damage, and you'll be unable to perform a throw escape during an up block. Yikes. Give us all the coins. I demand more coins. Right. Flawless block. Begin blocking at the exact moment that an opponent's attack makes contact with your character to perform a flawless block. A flawless block is difficult to execute, but you will not take any block damage from the opponent's attack. Now perform a flawless block with proper timing. You will see a flawless block message appear when you've correctly timed a flawless block. Son of a bitch! Nope. Too early. Too late. There we go. Nope. Too early. There it is. Son of a bitch. Oh, too early. Too early. Too late. I guess too late. Too early. Nope, way too early. There it is. Alright. The precise timing required for a flawless block makes it much riskier than simply holding block, but preventing block damage can save you from certain death when you're low on health. Don't get discouraged if you have trouble performing a flawless block. Even the most experienced players will struggle to execute this technique consistently. The best way to improve is with practice, experience, and patience. Nope. Oh, wait. Nope. Nope. There it is. Okay, crouch beforehand. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh. There it is. Alright. In addition to preventing block damage, the opponent will not build super meter when you flawless block an attack. Nuke! Oh, okay. What? What? There it is. Nope. Ow. No. What is this nonsense? Oh my god. Alright. There's a brief window after a flawless block during which you will not take block damage from additional attacks. The brief window for this defensive bonus will be extended if you block more attacks before it expires. This means you won't take block damage from a sequence of rapid attacks if flawless block the first hit. It's just funny hearing Sub-Zero's yells. Block reversal. A block reversal is a special move that's performed just as you recover after blocking an attack. A reversal ensures your attack starts at the earliest possible moment after you finish blocking, helping you gain the upper hand against an offensive opponent. See, if it pauses the game, it throws me off. But now perform a block reversal with proper timing. You'll see a reversal message appear when you input a special move at the correct time. Nah, that wasn't it. That was incorrect. Huh. There we go. Or it's not magic, you know. It doesn't just auto come out. You gotta make sure you time it properly. You can also perform a cameo summon as a block reversal, making your partner attack at the earliest possible moment after you blocked an attack. Ow! When blocking a series of attacks, it's possible to interrupt your opponent between certain moves with a fast attack. A block reversal makes it much easier to correctly time a counterattack in these situations. Ha! Get up techniques. Getting knocked down puts you in a dangerous situation. Your opponent is free to move and start attacks as you wait to get up. Fortunately, there are a few tools that can help you get back on your feet. You can perform a get up reversal as you get up after you've been knocked down, ensuring your special move will start as soon as your character gets to their feet. Now perform a get up reversal with proper timing, etc., etc. A get up reversal can be vital if your opponent times their attack to hit just as you get up. Johnny Cage can enhance his Shadow Kick to add armor that will absorb an incoming attack. Perform this move as a get up reversal when your opponent attacks just as you get up. Ha! Suck it. Use get up reversals carefully, as most special moves will leave you vulnerable to a counterattack from the opponent if you use them predictably. You can perform a get up cameo summon as your lead character is getting up from a knockdown. In this situation, your cameo partner can begin a summon attack earlier than the attacks your lead character can perform on their own. Some get up cameo summons will briefly extend the knockdown and vulnerability of the lead character as the attack begins. Use this extended invulnerability to avoid attacks that are timed to hit just as your character gets up from a knockdown. Fascinating. Sometimes waiting is the best option. You've been knocked down. Perform a delayed get up to stay on the ground longer to avoid well-timed attacks on your opponent as you get up. Alright. So you can also hit both kicks and not just the stance switch button. A delayed get up can throw off the timing of your opponent, but you cannot perform a get up reversal or a get up cameo summon after a delayed get up. Waiting for tweakvar download? What's a tweakvar download? Alright, so every attack can be broken down in 3 different parts: beginning, middle, and an end. Frame data is the way to measure the length of time that each part of an attack will last. First, observe an attack's 3 phases in slow motion. Startup frames in blue, the active frames in red, and the recovery frames in green. Frame data can be intimidating to some players, but it's easier to understand when you learn that a frame is simply a measurement of time. Remember, there are 60 frames in 1 second. The beginning of an attack is known as its startup, which describes the amount of time in frames before an attack can hit the opponent. Perform 3 attacks that have a fast startup time. The startup portion of each attack will be highlighted in blue. Now perform 3 attacks that have a longer startup time. Startup is one of the most significant attributes of any attack. In general, attacks with fast startup are good for interrupting slower attacks. The middle of an attack is known as its active frames, which describes the period of time in frames when the attack can hit the opponent. Alright, perform 3 attacks that have a short active time. Now perform 3 attacks that have a longer active time. The active portion of each attack will be highlighted in red. Most attacks have short active frames. Attacks with longer active frames can be good at controlling space or hitting mobile opponents. The end of an attack is known as its recovery. Alright, so the recovery is the period of time in frames after an attack can hit the opponent, but before the character returns to neutral and can move again. Perform 3 attacks that have a short recovery time. The recovery portion of each attack will be highlighted in green. Note the recovery frames can be different on hit, miss, or block. Now perform 3 attacks that have a longer recovery time. Be careful when using attacks with longer recovery, as they leave you vulnerable if you miss. Frame data is essential to learning the strengths and weaknesses of different attacks when competing at a high level. You can press the options and select Move List to view frame data for each of your moves. Hit advantage compares recovery times of both fighters after an attack hits. For example, if you hit an opponent with an attack that has a hit advantage of 8 frames, you can move 8 frames before the opponent can. Perform the following attacks with high hit advantage, and observe how much earlier you recover before the opponent does. Having advantage after a hit gives you the upper hand for a short time, as you're free to move and attack while the opponent can only wait and block. Attacks that knock down the opponent usually have much higher hit advantage than attacks that leave the opponent standing. Block advantage is much like hit advantage, comparing times of both fighters after an attack is blocked. Right. Most attacks have less advantage on block than hit. Perform the following attacks with block advantage. If an attack has a block advantage of 0, both characters will recover at the same time. This is known as being neutral on block. If your attack has negative block advantage, the opponent will recover before you do. This attack would have frame disadvantage on block, giving your opponent the upper hand to move first. Attacks with block advantage values far below 0 will give the opponent more time to act first when blocked, putting you in a much more dangerous situation. The remaining lessons use frame advantage to examine the strengths and risks of different attacks. You can refer back to these lessons if you need a refresher. An attack's frame data can tell you if it's safe or risky to use in certain situations. If the opponent blocks one of your attacks and they're able to hit you before you recover from that attack, then the attack is considered unsafe on block. Get wrecked. A skilled opponent will be able to consistently punish you with a counterattack if they block an attack that is unsafe on block. You can tell if an attack is unsafe on block if it has a high block disadvantage or a negative block advantage. Any of the opponent's attacks with a fast enough startup time will be able to hit your blocked attack before it recovers. Unsafe attacks are generally best used in combos or for interrupting an opponent that is committed to an attack. Check the frame data of your opponent's character's move. Check the frame data in your character's move list to learn which attacks are unsafe on block. Avoid recklessly using these attacks when your opponent is likely to block. Every character can use down and square to perform a quick, close-range mid-attack that's effective at ducking under high attacks or interrupting slower attacks. This attack does not deal much damage, but it grants high frame advantage if it hits. Alright, so a crouching punch is enough block disadvantage to be unsafe, but the risk is low since it cannot be hit by a fast high attack, like square to start a combo. In most cases, a blocked down and punch can only be punished by another down and punch for minimal damage. Safe attacks. It's safe on block when it's been blocked by the opponent, but none of their attacks are fast enough to hit you before you can finish your attack and recover. An attack that has a block advantage of 0 or more will always be safe on block. Some attacks with block disadvantage are still safe on block. The opponent will recover before you do, but you'll have enough time to block any counterattack that has a slower startup than your attack's block disadvantage. For example, Li Mei's back and triangle has a block advantage of -6, but Johnny doesn't have any attacks with startup faster than 7 frames, so Li Mei will have enough time to block any of Johnny's follow-up attacks. It's better to use attacks that are safe on block if your opponent has a good chance of blocking. Be aware that an attack that's safe on block can still be risky if you miss entirely, especially if it has a long recovery. Some attacks have different block advantage depending on the distance in which the opponent blocks the attack. These types of attacks can be safe on block at one distance, but unsafe on block at another. Get wrecked. Check the frame data in your character's move list to learn which attacks are safe on block. In most cases, attacks with block advantage of -7 or greater will give you enough time to block the opponent's fastest counterattack. Always good to review the fundamentals. Punishing. A punish describes a counterattack that can hit an unsafe attack as it recovers. A proper punish cannot be blocked by a recovering character. Generally, attacks with longer recovery on block can be punished by attacks with faster startup. If the startup frames of your attack are less than the block disadvantage of the opponent's attack, then you can always punish the opponent if you're in range and you time your attack correctly. You can tell if your counterattack has successfully punished an unsafe move if a punish message appears when you hit the opponent as they're recovering. That wasn't the right attack, dummy. An attack with fast startup will be able to punish attacks with lower block disadvantage. Heavy character can use square to start a combo with a fast attack at close range. Derp. Derp. If you block an attack with higher block disadvantage, you'll have more time to punish your opponent. If you use a fast attack like square to punish, you'll have more room for error to correctly time your attack. Yep, 1.2 times speed, yeah. Your fastest attacks are not always the optimal choice in punishing your opponent. As you grow more comfortable with your character, you can punish with slower attacks that lead to more damage. It can be difficult to time a punish with a basic attack if its startup is barely fast enough to hit an unsafe attack. A reversal attack can make punishing easier in some situations. A reversal special move always starts in the very first frame you recover from a block. Alright then. Oh. While a reversal can make it easier to time a punish correctly, it may not be your most damaging option. As you grow more comfortable with your character, use the move list to compare the startup frames of your attacks to the block disadvantage of your opponents. A punish is one of your best opportunities to deal a significant damage, so make the most of it. In some cases, it's better to punish an opponent's missed attack instead of blocking first. You'll avoid taking block damage, and you can start your own attack more quickly. Attacks with higher block advantage can only be punished if they miss. You can reliably evade and punish a high attack by ducking without blocking, and hit the opponent as they recover. This is also effective against throws that will miss if you're ducking without blocking. You can spend 2 bars for Super Meter to cancel your uppercut into a jump if you hit the opponent during one of their attacks. You can juggle the opponent with an aerial attack or combo after a jump cancel. You'll see a counter message if you hit the opponent during the startup of their attack, or a punish message if you hit them during your attack's recovery. Fail! So that costs 2 bars, huh? See, that's something new that I didn't know about the game. See, there was a good reason to do this tutorial. It wasn't all for nothing. That's something new they added to Mortal Kombat 1. Jump canceling of uppercuts. What is it? Like, what is it waiting for? Alright, never mind. Alright, Chombos, alright. Let's get these Chombos rolling. A corner combo describes a combo that can only be performed when the victim's back is touching the corner of the arena. Fail! Like, excuse you? Because the opponent can't be pushed back by hits when they're in the corner, it's possible to combo with moves that would otherwise miss. This is especially true for double combos. Oh, wait. Hey. Most characters have longer juggle combos that are only possible in the corner. Take advantage of the corner to maximize your combo damage whenever possible. Fail! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, game. Experiment in practice mode to find unique and powerful corner combos with each character. Ah. Combo limitations. There are several systems that constrain the length of a combo in Mortal Kombat. Some limit the amount of damage you deal during a combo, while others limit which moves will keep the combo going. Some attacks will give you enough frame advantage on hit to strike your opponent with another attack before they recover. If the opponent is still standing, they will be able to block your next attack in most cases. There are exceptions, but usually you'll need to special move cancel, launch, or a juggle, or use a cameo attack at the right time to continue a combo against the grounded opponent. Scorpion Spear is one of the few moves that will stun on hit. allowing you to continue a combo on a grounded opponent. Scorpion Spear can only stun the opponent once per combo. If you use it twice, the opponent will be knocked down after the second spear hits. Most moves that stun the opponent can only be used once per combo. If Sub-Zero attempts to freeze the opponent for a second time in a combo, they will be knocked down instead. Whoops. Oh, come on, game. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's what it is. I need to... This is not going well. Alright, so let's see, I gotta wait until... No, wait, let's see. Jesus Christ. This is not... I'm not amused. I am not amused. It's not giving me the... What the... Isn't... What? Why are you doing me like this, game? Scorpion and Sub-Zero can use both Spear and a freezing attack to stun the opponent twice in the same combo. That's a fun combo. Oh, god damn it. No, that wasn't it. You gotta... I swear this only works when it wants to. What? Alright. After the first hit in the combo, each additional hit will deal slightly less damage. The damage penalty will slowly grow as you add more hits to the combo. This is known as damage scaling. Perform a combo repeating the same attack and observe that damage decreases each time the move hits. Damage scaling means longer combos have diminishing returns as you add more hits. Master shorter, easier to execute combos while moving on to longer combos that are more challenging. After the opponent has been launched for a juggle combo, the opponent will fall slightly faster after each additional airborne hit. This is known as gravity scaling. Perform a juggle combo repeating the same attack and observe the opponent is launched lower into the air with each hit. Gravity scaling will cause the opponent to eventually fall out of any juggle combo. I don't know. Some special moves must be enhanced to extend a combo. The amount of super meter you have available will constrain how often you can use these moves to extend combos. Spending super meter repeatedly in the same combo will have diminishing returns due to gravity scaling and damage scaling. Your cameo partner can only perform one move at a time, which limits how quickly you use their attacks in a combo. Your available cameo meter will also limit how many cameo attacks you can perform in a single combo. Use this resource carefully. Your lead character will be at a disadvantage when fighting on their own. Ah. Son of a... Son of a... Oh my god. Let's just move on. Combo starters. Right, your highest damage combo may not always be the best choice. Use a variety of attacks with different properties to build the right combo for the situation. Your fastest attacks may not be the most damaging combo starters, but they can be great for interrupting slower attacks or punishing an opponent's mistakes. Every character can use Square to start a combo with a high attack that has very fast startup frames. Special cancels are a great way to add more damage to most combo attack strings. Raiden's left kick is not as fast as his left punch, but it can start a damaging juggle combo. Slower high attacks can be evaded by ducking, so they're safer to use when punishing the opponent. Raiden's forward and triangle is a slower attack, but its excellent range lets him start combos from much farther away. Alright, so forward and triangle is a mid attack that can hit opponents trying to duck under Raiden's faster high attacks like square or cross. Son of a... Your opponent will have a harder time blocking if you use a mix of low and overhead attacks. Learn combos that start with both types to increase the chance of a successful hit. Bang. Raiden doesn't have any ground moves that can start a combo with an overhead attack, but his cameo partner does. No. Canceling the special moves and cameo attacks to force your opponent to block low or overhead attacks at unexpected points in a combo attack string. Good enough. Maybe that'll help. Let's see. Nope, I think that made it worse. Okay. Didn't that hit? What the heck? Oh, that says forward. What the hell? I'm slow. I'm slow as hell. Unacceptable. That makes so much more sense. Raiden can cancel to enhance electromagnetic storm, add a low attack to his combo attack strings. Fascinating. So the normal one is just a mid, but enhance it to go low, alright? Avoid attacking in predictable patterns to make it more difficult for your opponent to defend. If your opponent gets comfortable blocking a certain low attack in your combo attack string, you can surprise them by canceling into an overhead attack instead. The heck, game? What is going on? Alright, attacking with combos that contain both low and overhead attacks will force the opponent to change their block from ducking to standing mid-combo. When your opponent is able to block, be mindful of the block advantage of the last attack in your combo. Alright, so Raiden's forward triangle, triangle, circle has a block advantage of -7, so it recovers too quickly to be punished by the opponent in most situations. Raiden's triangle is a fast startup. It can lead to a damaging combo, but the last attack in its combo attack string has a block advantage of -16, so it can be punished on block. Combo strings that ended unsafe attacks are riskier when you're attacking a blocking opponent, but may be useful for creating a mix-up or starting a punish combo. Use your character's move list to examine the strengths and weaknesses of each of your opponents, of each of your potential combo starters for the situations. Combo enders. The attack you use to end a combo will shape the next interaction with your opponent. Positioning and frame advantage can be more important than maximizing combo damage. Try to perform combos that push the opponent close to the corner. This will limit their movement options, create opportunities to perform damaging corner combos. Cameo attacks like Sonya Square Wave Punch can help you add damage to the combo while pushing the opponent farther into the corner. Take advantage of side switching attacks in a combo to place your opponent in a corner that's behind you. Cage can special cancel a combo attack into a shadow dash to switch sides to the opponent. This special move deals no damage, but he can use it to escape a dangerous corner situation. Oh, what the heck? I know what I'm doing. Sonya can help her partner switch sides with the opponent using leg grabs or cameo summon. You can put yourself in an advantageous position by ending a combo with an attack that knocks down the opponent for a long time. You'll be able to move and prepare your next attack as the opponent is waiting to get up. Some attacks that normally knock your opponent away can lead to a long knockdown that keeps you close to your opponent in the corner, placing you in a perfect position to attack as they get up. Fail! Fail! Excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse you, game. Game, what is happening right now? Game. Alright. End a combo with an attack keeps your opponent close if you want to play aggressively and pressure them as they get up. End a combo with an attack that creates space between you and your opponent if you want to keep them at a distance, and follow up with the projectile attacks. Oh my god. He was just doing what it wants. Attacks that leave your opponent standing off and give your character frame advantage on hit. This combo ender may not deal as much damage, but you'll have the upper hand to continue your offensive. That was that one. No, I need to. Okay. Let's see it. Some attacks will force the opponent to stand if they're hit during a juggle combo. An opponent that's standing as they recover can't use get-up attacks or reversal attacks to defend themselves, giving them an opportunity to stay on the offensive. Something like that, yeah. They only give you 250 coins for all that? Come on, man. Hit confirming is a method to safely use an attack in a combo that is otherwise unsafe on block. First, start a combo with a combo attack string that's safe on block. Alright. Once you've seen that the opponent has been hit by the first attack in your combo, you'll have enough time to react to your hit and add an unsafe attack to extend your combo without risk. Come on, game. The heck? If the opponent blocks the first attack in your combo, you'll have enough time to react and end the combo early without adding the unsafe attack by allowing you to block a counter attack from the opponent. Now observe the opponent's behavior and only finish the combo if he is hit by the first attack in your combo.
Get over here!
Ow. The heck? Wow. I don't know. Does that help? No. I don't know. The canceling in this game is jank compared to, I don't know, Mortal Kombat 11. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's more difficult to hit confirm from a 2-hit combo attack than a 3-hit combo attack, but it will give you more options to deal damage safely and consistently.
Get over here!
You can also hit confirm into cameo attacks. Hit confirming is crucial when competing with highly skilled opponents. This technique gives you the benefits of using unsafe attacks and combos without the risk of the opponent punishing a block attack. Use practice mode to improve your hit confirming skills by setting the custom dummy to the random combo block mode. Check your character's moves list to find combo attacks that are safe on block and allow you to special cancel. Tweak var download. What is that? Now we're seeing it through. We're seeing it through. All right, let's go. Get up describes scenarios in which one player is recovering from a knockdown while the other is standing and free to start an attack. Knocking down the opponent gives you control over the pace of the match. It's important to know which of your attacks knock the opponent down the longest, giving you more time to move in and attack before the opponent can get up and in. A longer knockdown can give you a significant frame advantage as the opponent gets up. Use this head start to time your attacks to hit right after the opponent stands, connecting before the active frames of any of their attacks can start. Active frames of your opponents, yeah. Your opponent is likely to block if you attack as they get up. Use attacks that are safe on block to avoid a punish from the defending opponent. Use attacks that are frame advantage on block as the opponent gets up to stay on the offensive. The opponent blocks should deal some block damage and have the opportunity to act first when you recover. Good enough. Good enough. A knockdown is a great chance to force the opponent to deal with an overhead low mix-up, especially if you can time your attacks to hit right after they get up. Low spin is an overhead attack that's safe on block, but it has long startup frames. The long knockdown gives you an opportunity to perform a slower attack and the opponent can't interrupt you before it hits. Try to consistently time your attacks to hit just as the opponent gets up. This can scare them into playing defensively and blocking. If they block too frequently, you'll have the perfect opportunity to attack with a throw. If you use a mix of well-timed overhead attacks, low attacks, and throws each time your opponent gets up from a knockdown, you can create a hard-to-predict guessing game where the odds are stacked in your favor. Get up defense. It can be difficult or impossible to defend against the opponent's attacks as in reaction as you get up from a knockdown. You usually need to guess the best course of action to defend yourself. The opponent has the advantage when you're getting up because they can start their attacks first. They'll consistently interrupt you during startup frames of your attack if they time theirs correctly. A skilled opponent will be able to consistently interrupt your fastest attacks as you get up because their attacks will have a head start. Since the opponent can interrupt most of your attacks, one of the most reliable get-up options is simply block. Blocking on get-up has some disadvantages. You'll take a small amount of block damage, the opponent will build more super meter, and are free to mix up overhead and low attacks to make blocking more difficult. The opponent can also throw as you get up, consistently beating your attempt to block. The confident the opponent will throw as you get up, you can duck and then punish with a ducking attack. You have other get-up options besides blocking, but each come with their own advantages and risks. If you have super meter to spend, you can perform a get-up reversal with armor to push through your opponent's offense. You'll still take damage from any attacks that connect. Most armored attacks are unsafe on block, making them an extremely risky get-up option against a skilled opponent. Don't use it too predictably. An armored get-up reversal can have an effect on your opponent's behavior, even when you don't use it. They can't attack recklessly as you get up without some risk of getting hit when you have super meter to spend. Your opponent may block as you get up because they anticipate that you'll perform an armored get-up reversal. This will give you an opportunity to surprise them with a throw instead. You can perform a get-up cameo summon as you recover from a knockdown if you have cameo gauge ability. Some get-up cameo summons have a brief window of invulnerability as the attack starts, making them an effective option if the opponent strikes just as you get up. I got it. If you don't have super meter or cameo gauge to spend, your opponent can attack much more aggressively as you get up. Save your resources for armored or invulnerable attacks to make your opponent second guess their offensive. A delayed get-up can throw off the opponent's attack timing. This option does not cost resources to perform, and it's not as risky as an armored get-up reversal or a get-up cameo summon. You can't perform an armored get-up reversal or get-up cameo summon after a delayed get-up, so you have less options to escape your opponent's offense if they anticipate your delayed get-up and time their attack to hit later. Countering get-up attacks, alright? An opponent with resources has access to armor reversals and invulnerable cameo summons to get up. There are ways to punish them using these two predictably. The opponent can use an armored get-up reversal to interrupt your well-timed offense when you attack they get up. Ow! Armored attacks vary from character to character, but they are almost always unsafe on block. Block and punish the opponent when you anticipate they will try to use an armored get-up reversal to push through your offense. Consistently punish your opponent's armored get-up reversal attacks to scare them into avoiding this powerful but risky option. Sub-Zero's Cold Shoulder is a brief window of invulnerability when it's used as a get-up cameo summon. It also has frame advantage on block, so you won't be able to simply block and punish. Cold Shoulder has longer startup frames than the opponent's other get-up options, so you can delay your attack. Hit between their get-up invulnerability and the attacks, and the attack's active frames. Delaying your attack is also effective if the opponent performs a delayed get-up. Even if they block your follow-up attack, you'll still deal block damage, build super meter, and get a chance to continue your offensive. There are disadvantages to blocking or delaying your attacks so the opponent gets up. You'll give the opponent an opportunity to retreat, or they can take the initiative with a fast attack or a throw. Evasion can be an effective alternative to blocking, but Sub-Zero's Cold Shoulder has great horizontal range, but limited vertical range. A well-timed vertical jump can evade this. Get up cameo summon and create an opportunity for a jump attack. Jump in attack. Gotcha, lad. Woohoo! A well-timed vertical jump can also evade Li Mei's enhanced chain reaction when used as get-up reversal. You can punish this armored attack on miss if you have a fast long-range attack. No. God damn it, game. You can also evade an opponent's throw attempt if you jump just before they get up, creating an opportunity for a damaging jumping combo. What the hell? The heck? Oh, exit that. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The heck? Why isn't that comboing? Oh my god. It's not comboing. What is this nonsense? What is happening? What is happening? But I'm doing that, and it's not letting me do that. Alright, game. Remember that some get-up options can counter your attempt to punish certain attacks. A vertical jump can evade horizontal attacks, but will leave you vulnerable to vertical attacks like Li Mei's Cheesy Lion. Set me up. Alright. Li Mei's Enhanced Cheesy Lion is a fast get-up reversal that's effective against delayed or jumping attacks, but it can be easily punished if you block. Enhanced Cheesy Lion has great vertical range, but limited horizontal range. Evade this attack by moving backward just before the opponent gets up, avoiding block damage and creating a punish opportunity. See, why didn't that work when I did it? What is happening? Okay. Oh, okay. I was moving forward when I shouldn't have. I see. Great. You can also step back as the opponent gets up to evade throws and other short-range attacks. As both the attacker or the defender, there's usually an answer to every option your opponent can choose during a get-up encounter, but an attacker with frame advantage will always have the upper hand. Make use of this opportunity whenever possible. Block pressure. Okay, pressure describes the tactic of attacking an opponent in a way that limits their options and forces them to stay on defense, usually through the use of frame advantage. One of the best ways to create pressure is with block advantage. Your character is able to recover first when you have block advantage, so your next attack can have a head start. For example, Johnny's triangle, startup 8, is faster than Li Mei's triangle, startup 9. But Li Mei's slower attack can consistently interrupt his faster attack if it's performed immediately after Johnny blocks Li Mei's square block advantage 2. Block pressure requires precise button timing, which will take some practice to master. If it's too early, the second attack won't come out. If it's too late, the opponent can hit you first. Now perform these attacks with proper timing. You'll see a counter message if you hit the opponent during the startup of their attack. This technique becomes more effective and easier to execute when you use a faster attack after you have frame advantage. Alright, follow square with down and square. When timed correctly, the second attack will conduct around 5 frames after Johnny recovers from blocking the first attack. None of Johnny's attack can start faster than 5 frames, so any attempt he makes to attack after blocking will be consistently interrupted by your second attack. This technique is known as a frame trap. No. Frame traps are a highly effective way to force the opponent to block instead of attack. Once the opponent is afraid to attack, you can create pressure by ending your frame traps with combo attack strings. Li Mei's square triangles of block advantage of 2 keeps the opponent in range of her other attacks, creating a frame trap opportunity after a combo attack string. Fascinating. Combine multiple frame traps into the same sequence of attacks to create extended block pressure. You can use frame traps to combine multiple combo attacks to extended sequences of block pressure. Forcing your opponent to block more attacks will deal more block damage, give you a significant superior advantage. Li Mei's back X and circle has a block advantage of 7. Use this combo attack to start an extended block pressure sequence. One more time. If you can scare your opponent into consistently blocking and perform a frame trap, you have an opportunity to surprise your opponent with an unblockable throw. Experiment with different attacks to learn new frame traps. They are effective at controlling the pace of the match, dealing block damage, progressive meter, and creating combo opportunities, or opportunities to mix up the opponent rather. What's even left to go over? Hit pressure. Generally, when you finish an attack, this the opponent leaves them standing. They won't be able to do anything but block until they completely recover. This means you can create a frame trap after attacks with hit advantage that don't knock down. Perform cross, X, I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be pronounced cross, but everyone calls it X. Startup 12. Immediately after circle, hit advantage 9 for a frame trap with a gap as small as 4 frames between these attacks. Alright, do it properly now. If your second attack is a startup that's faster than the hit advantage of your first attack, your second attack can connect while the opponent is still recovering. For example, Li Mei can force the opponent to block square, and she performs it immediately after hitting it with down X. This technique is known as jailing because you're completely safe to attack while the opponent can only block. Most characters can hit with down square or down X to jail the opponent and start applying pressure. If you jailed your opponent and attack them with a high attack before they can fully recover, they won't be able to evade the attack by ducking. Nope. Fascinating. There we go. Kombos attack strings like square triangle, hit advantage 14 are useful for creating frame traps for dealing the opponent. After jailing your opponent with a hit, follow up with attacks that have high block advantage to create additional frame traps. This kind of sustained pressure is great for dealing block damage to keep your opponent on defense. Not a hodl, not a hodl. Some cameo ambush attacks are powerful pressure tools because they allow both of your opponents to attack independently. Li Mei's cheesy line is easily punished on block, but a well-timed cameo ambush like Kano's ball can hit during Li Mei's recovery, interrupting an opponent that attempts to punish. I didn't do that right. Oh. Oh, wait, I'm not doing this right. Nah, that wasn't even the right move. No. Nah, wait. There we go. You can create opportunities to apply pressure with your lead character after your opponent blocks cameo ambush. Alright, so forward circle is -6 on block, normally giving the opponent the advantage. Li Mei can apply additional pressure afterwards with the help of Cameo's Kano ambush. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go. Combine cameo ambush attacks with extended block pressure strings to keep your opponent on defense longer, dealing block damage and building super meter. This kind of extended pressure can help condition your opponent to block more frequently, creating opportunities to mix them up with overheads, lows, and throws. What the heck? A toward throw usually involves your cameo partner, but your lead character will perform a shove instead if a cameo is still performing an action. You can use the threat of a cameo ambush attack to scare the opponent into blocking, then unleash the ambush as your lead character shoves them. The cameo gauge will limit how frequently you can form a cameo ambush. Using them too frequently will force your lead character to fight alone, giving the opponent the upper hand for a short time. Good to know, good to know. I feel like I'm learning a lot about this game. Pressure defense. There's more. You'll be forced to defend against offensive pressure when competing with a skilled opponent. It's important to remember that your opponent has more control of the situation if they have frame advantage. When your opponent hits you with an attack that has enough hit advantage to jail you, your only option is to block till you fully recover. If you block an attack that has block advantage, it's very risky to attack afterward because the opponent can easily put you in a frame trap, interrupt you with fast attacks. Your safest option is usually to block. Blocking has its risks. Your opponent will gradually inflict block damage to build super meter, and you'll be more vulnerable to throws, overheads, and low attacks. Watch for opportunities to escape when your opponent is applying block pressure. When you see them perform an attack that has block disadvantage, you'll have a chance to start your own offensive block pressure before you have fast attacks. Oh. Back in my day, flawless blocking gave you some block advantage, but no. Alright, in most cases you can only punish a blocked crouching punch with your own well-timed crouching punch. If you successfully hit, you will have enough frame advantage to start applying your own pressure afterward. What? No. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is buffering? Buffering game, do you have it? But it doesn't do anything. What? Oh. What the hell? I hate this game already. Alright, so be sure to capitalize on the opportunity to punish with a combo. Alright, let me explain what happened. So, it said press triangle, square, triangle, right? But I kept hitting triangle too early. So, the combo that came out was actually square, triangle, square, and not triangle, square, triangle. So, this game can go to hell. You can be sure to capitalize on the opportunity to punish with a combo if your opponent risks using an attack that's unsafe on block. Consistently punishing unsafe attacks can scare your opponent into avoiding some of their most powerful tools. No, that's way harder than it needs to be. They need to fix the buffering in this game. Right. There are some opportunities to attack when your opponent has frame advantage, though this can be risky unless your opponent is behaving predictably. Watch to see if your opponent uses high attacks to create a frame trap. You can duck under their high attack if you're not blocking and interrupt them with a ducking attack. What? Oh my god. I don't know when I'm in demo mode, when I'm not. Alright, the experienced opponent will attempt to condition you to block by applying aggressive pressure, which leaves you vulnerable to throws. You won't be able to react to a throw before it hits, so you'll need to anticipate when your opponent will perform one. Most methods to avoid a throw are risky because they may be open to other types of attacks. You can evade the throw by ducking, then counterattack with a ducking attack. This method will also avoid any high attacks your opponent may perform. Oh, this is a demo. Oh, it's not an art. Right. Jumping to avoid a throw could be riskier than ducking since it's more of a commitment, but you'll be able to punish a missed throw with a jumping combo. No. But I wasn't ready! Your opponent will always perform a flame trap when they have block advantage. Once they've conditioned you to block, they may choose a slower attack to create an overhead low mix-up. If you can predict your opponent will perform a slower attack and you're at a frame disadvantage, you'll have a chance to interrupt them with one of your fast attacks. What the hell? I wasn't ready! You can spend 2 bars of your super meter to jump cancel after an uppercut if you interrupt the opponent during your attack. Use this technique to counter an opponent that tries pressure with high attacks, throws, or attacks slow style. A jump cancel from an uppercut is expensive, but you'll only spend your super meter if you successfully hit the opponent. You won't waste resources if you miss or block. That wasn't the combo. Let's move on. Use up block if you anticipate the opponent perform an overhead attack when applying pressure. It's less risky than attempting to interrupt attacks during their startup, and you'll be able to quickly recover and punish if successful. Oh, what the? Flawless block's difficult to perform consistently, but it's highly effective when your opponent is aggressively applying pressure. Flawless block prevents block damage, but also stops your opponent rapidly building super meter as you block. I'm in the demo. I did it! The foundation of an effective defense against pressure is knowledge of the strengths and weaknesses of your opponent's attacks. Learning to play an opponent's character is one of the best ways to defeat them. You know, I got time for that. Alright, even if you don't know the exact frame data for each of your opponent's attacks, it helps to learn which of their common attacks have block advantage, which have block disadvantage, which are unsafe on block, and which can jail on hit. Is there more? Oh, there's more. What's left to teach? Gaps in armor. Armored reversals are a powerful tool to escape pressure, but they come with significant cost and risk. You still take damage from any incoming attacks that hit while your armor is active. Most armored attacks are enhanced special moves that cost super meter to perform. Armored attacks are usually unsafe on block, risking significant damage when used at the wrong time. Whoops! When blocked, some combo attack strings have brief gaps between the attacks during which you recover and regain control of the character for a very short time. There's a large enough gap to perform a fast attack between the first and second hit of Johnny's forward X circle combo attack. Oh, wait. Good enough. You can perform an armored reversal attack during a combo attack string if there's a gap as small as 1 frame between attacks. Oh, whoops. Oh wait, I'm in the demo. Oh. Yeah, there's like a lag in between when you think you should be able to move and when you can actually move. But alright, it worked. Alright, performing an armor reversal attack between gaps is risky if the opponent can predict your behavior. The opponent can just choose to finish their combo attack string early and block and punish your reversal. It's important to stay unpredictable when using armor to escape your opponent's pressure. Save your super meter for the right moment and avoid using armor during the same gaps repeatedly. Some combo attack strings include high attacks, can be evaded by ducking without blocking if there's a gap between the attack. Ducking or high attacks can be effective if the opponent repeatedly pressures with the same combo attacks, but you'll be vulnerable to other attacks if you're not blocking. What the hell? Alright. Watch for combo attack strings overhead attacks. You can use up block to quickly recover and punish the opponent if there's a large enough gap before their overhead. Oh my god, game. Yeah, 1.2 times speed, alright. See, look how slow that triangle into square is. Like, he should be spinning like a top if he wants to deliver that attack effectively. Just 1, 2. Ain't no 1, 2. It's 1, 2. Come on. Get it together, Sub-Zero. Just pop, pop. Pop, pop. Let's go. You don't got time for this. 1.2 times speed game. Speed that shit up. Let's go. Oh, there's more. All right. Extending pressure. As players become more experienced, they learn when it's safer to block or safer to attack. The player has the initiative to take their turn and apply pressure when they have significant frame advantage. Using a back triangle square as block advantage -7, this is usually safe on block, but it gives the opponent a chance to take their turn to apply pressure if it's blocked. The safest options in this situation is to respect their advantage and block. There are ways to interfere when it's your opponent's turn to apply pressure. These options are riskier than blocking because you'll need to predict what action your opponent will take next. If your opponent attempts to attack with a high attack, like square, when they have frame advantage, you can duck. Use a duck attack, like crouching square, to evade and interrupt their pressure. Duck attacks, like crouching square, are vulnerable if your opponent attacks with anything but a high attack. It will be a significant frame disadvantage. The opponent decides to simply block. If you frequently attack with back triangle square, your opponent will get used to having the frame advantage to apply pressure after they block this combo attack. Once the opponent has been conditioned to expect back triangle square, you can attack with just back triangle instead. Your opponent will probably continue to block because they expect a second attack, giving you an opportunity to continue your pressure. Like. No, you can't do that. If you condition your opponent to expect certain behaviors, you can create opportunities when you undermine that expectation. You can surprise the opponent with a throw once you've conditioned them to block more frequently. Attacking after a blocked back and triangle is risky because it has a block advantage of -6. The opponent will be able to move first if they take their turn to attack, so they continue to block. That works. Oh, I'm supposed to get hit? That's Alright, once the opponent learns they have the frame advantage to attack after back and triangle, you can create an opportunity to counter attack by completing the back triangle square combo when they don't expect it. Any attack that the opponent starts after blocking back and triangle won't be fast enough to interrupt the second attack of this combo, creating a frame of trap if the opponent tries to apply pressure. Back triangle becomes a more dangerous pressure tool the opponent cannot predict when you'll finish the combo attack. They may not risk attacking after blocking this attack, even though they have frame advantage. Using less predictable attack patterns will make it more difficult for your opponent to take their turn to apply pressure. Try to scare your opponent into playing more defensively, letting you continue your block pressure longer. Mixing up the opponent with 1 or 2 hits of a combo attack is just one way to keep your opponent guessing as you apply pressure. Use a wide variety of attacks to stay unpredictable and keep your pressure going as long as possible. If your opponent has slight frame advantage and tries to pressure with a fast short range attack like crouching X, you can retreat to make their attack miss. This game trolling me. Alright. Your opponent will be more vulnerable anytime they miss. Whenever possible, take advantage of the opportunity to punish the opponent when you evade one of their attacks at close range. I hit the button, game. Ah, come on, game. What is that nonsense? Oh my God, this is what I mean when I say buffering. If you can never do anything too early because it just won't come out. A quick retreat after a block can create a punish opportunity, but you'll need to learn the correct spacing and timing. Use the recording and playback tools in practice mode to find the best spacing to evade punish your opponent's favorite attacks. You can try to give up some ground to make your opponent miss, but you'll risk being hit if the opponent uses an attack with longer range. Ah! 1,000 coins. 1,250 coins. All right. Is it over? Nope. Neutral describes scenarios where neither player has frame advantage. Both players are free to attack, block, or move. Your goals in neutral are to land successful attacks, avoid your opponent's attacks, and create situations where you have a positional advantage or frame advantage. Knowing the range of your attacks is vital in neutral. When the opponent is in a space you can hit, it becomes so dangerous for them to take an action because you could interrupt them with an attack at any moment. It's important to learn the maximum range of your far-reaching attacks. Use the threat of these attacks to limit your opponent's options when they're just within range. Nope. Oh, wait. There. There we go. Fast advancing special moves like Li Mei's chain reaction are a serious threat at long range, forcing the opponent to play more cautiously. This type of attack is great for controlling space in neutral, but they can usually be punished on block or miss. Your opponent will attempt to control space with the threat of their own attacks. You'll be more successful in neutral if you learn the maximum range of the opponent's best and mid and long range attacks. Some characters can use weapons to extend the range of their attacks beyond their vulnerable body. This kind of attack is effective at controlling space because there's less risk getting hit by the other character's attacks. Scorpion's Flame Port is a teleport attack that's a threat in neutral at any range, but it can be easily punished if you block or duck. Get wrecked. Anti-air attacks. Pass 1 out of 18. Watch for jump-in attacks for the opponent in neutral. They're an effective way for them to avoid most of your moves while advancing and attacking. A jump-in can be used to start an offensive combo on hit or block. Though effective, jump-ins are vulnerable to attacks since a character cannot block while jumping. Several of your moves are effective anti-air attacks that can reliably hit the opponent during their jump attack if timed correctly. Most characters use down and triangle as an effective anti-air attack because it hits an area above and in front of the character. Its fast startup gives you enough time to react and attack after you see the opponent jump. Jump kicks usually have more range than jump punches, making them a little more difficult to interrupt with a grounded attack. Oh. 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 There we go. Experiment with other attacks that can act as effective anti-airs. Look for attacks that can hit above your character, have short startup frames, or long active frames. Different attacks may be more or less effective as an anti-air depending on the timing, distance, and which attack the opponent chooses for the jump in. Many characters have special moves that function as anti-air attacks with large vertical hit areas and long active frames. Anti-air special moves tend to have slower startup frames compared to basic attacks, and need to react quickly when the opponent jumps or attack preemptively. Some characters have airborne special moves that can cover a wide horizontal area above the arena to hit jumping characters from a distance. Most anti-air special moves leave you open to attacks from the ground if you use them when the opponent chooses not to jump. Failed! One of the best ways to counter a jump in is with your own jumping attack. Most characters have an airborne attack with fast startup or longer active frames, making them good for catching opponents that are jumping forward. Matt. What? Meh. It's the same thing. Stupid game. A jumping attack from a forward jump can cover a wider area than an attack from an upward jump, which will be easier to hit if your opponent anticipates your jump and uses their own anti-air attack. Meh. If a character performs a jumping attack and misses, they will have a long recovery period after they land, preventing them from moving, blocking, or attacking for a brief moment. If your opponent performs a jumping attack from a maximum range, you can walk backward to make them miss, then punish them as they recover after landing. That wasn't it. There we go. Some anti-air attacks can lead to a combo after a successful hit. Consistently punish your opponent's jump-ins with combos to scare them into using this powerful option less frequently. Oh. What the hell? Oh, that does combo. Okay. Oh. Whatever, game, come on. Up block is a very reliable tool for countering jump-in attacks. It'll take some block damage, but you can immediately recover and punish as they land. The opponent will not be able to continue their jumping attack into a combo or a special move. Oh, that was the wrong button. Once you start an up block, you'll be committed for a short time and leave you vulnerable to low attacks, as well as throws that deal extra damage. Up block will be ineffective if the opponent jumps forward without a jump attack. Bad! Some cameo characters have dedicated anti-air attacks that you can use to support your lead character. Scorpion's Flame Breath is a cameo ambush with long active frames that can only hit airborne opponents. It has longer startup, but your lead character is free to attack, defend, or follow up with a successful hit with a juggle combo. What the hell? God damn it, game. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh, come on. Ah! Go to hell, game. You can use a jump cancel to continue an anti-air uppercut into an aerial combo if you interrupt the opponent during a jumping attack. If you're low on health, you can use a well-timed fatal blow to punish a jump in. Pay attention to how much health you have remaining, since you'll still take damage if you're hit during the armored attack. Feels good. All that for 250 coins. Get wrecked. Miss punishing. A character is vulnerable when they miss an attack in neutral, especially if the attack moves forward or has longer recovery. Stay just outside the opponent's range and punish when their attacks fail to connect. A character's farthest reaching attacks will often move them forward to cover more space. Advancing attacks are effective at closing the gap in neutral, but they can leave a character vulnerable if the attack misses entirely. When the opponent uses a stationary attack in neutral, they reduce the risk of moving forward into a space where you can hit them. Use your advancing attacks to punish the opponent just from outside the range of their attacks when they miss. Fail! You can threaten your opponent from a surprisingly long range when you punish their advancing attacks with their own far-reaching attacks. Dash canceling is an effective way to extend the range of your attacks in neutral. Nope. Nope. Oh, wait. That wasn't it. What the hell? God damn it, game. Alright. It's possible to hit the extended limbs of an opponent. When timed correctly, this allows you to hit an opponent that misses with a stationary attack while then you're standing outside your normal range. Nope. Nope. There we go. Nope. In neutral, you'll want to stay outside of the range of the opponent's best attacks while keeping them within range of your best attacks. Something you'll need to stay mobile to maintain your ideal spacing. When you're just within range of an opponent's attack, walk backward just as they strike to make them miss, giving you an opportunity to punish their mistake. Oh. Aha. Oh. I can interrupt them after the first slash, though. The first swipe, I don't know what you call it. You have an opportunity to perform a damaging punish combo when you evade an attack with longer recovery. You may use forward circle X is unsafe on block, but its range and speed make it great for punishing slower miss attacks with a juggle combo. Ah! God damn it, game. You can't move and block at the same time. Evading an attack instead of blocking can create opportunities to punish a miss, but this comes with the increased risk of taking a hit if you misjudge your distance, timing, or what the opponent will do next. If you're confident that a nearby opponent will use a high attack in neutral, you can evade by ducking without blocking, then hit with a duck attack. You're still vulnerable to other types of attacks while ducking. Meh. Some attacks will briefly move your character off the ground, giving you a way to evade low attacks if you strike. Lime's forward and X is a slower startup, but it's great for interrupting an opponent that's using low attacks predictably in neutral. If the opponent misses an attack, take the opportunity to perform a punish combo that pushes them into the corner. This will limit their ability to retreat and evade attacks. Nah. That wasn't it. Oh wait, there's more. Defense neutral. Holding your ground or retreating is usually safer than approaching the opponent when you're at mid to long range. Character choice and range can influence who's more likely to take the risk of pushing forward on offense. Usually the player with the least health will need to play more aggressively because they'll lose the round if the timer runs out. The opponent cannot block and move forward at the same time. When playing defensively in neutral, use attacks with quick startup or good range to interrupt the opponent's advance and control the space in front of you. A poke describes an attack that's used to interrupt the opponent in neutral. An effective poke usually has good range, quick startup, is safe on block, and recovers quickly if it misses. Use poke attacks to make it difficult for your opponent to move forward. A skilled opponent will attempt to block or avoid your attacks as they approach, so it's wise to use safer attacks in neutral. It's great when you land a clean hit, but pokes can still be effective controlling space when they're blocked. A block poke can limit your opponent's movements, push them back, deal block damage, and build a super meter. You can reposition or apply pressure after a block poke that has frame advantage. I don't think that was supposed to happen. What is happening? What is happening? Most characters can use crouching. Crouching kicks is effective pokes. These low attacks have good range and quick recovery. Alright, so the crouching X is fast startup, crouching circle is better range, pushes the opponent back more on hit or block. Both are safe on block if they connect at maximum range with a block disadvantage. What? The game has had enough. The game has had enough, goddammit. What is happening? Ducking pose. The game was like, we just expect you to go through the entire tutorial, dumbass. What are you doing? Alright, so ducking pokes like crouching kicks are effective at interrupting an advancing opponent. When you use high attacks, ducking pokes need to get special cancel, but they only combo a juggled opponent. Ooh. You can retreat to keep your opponent at a distance, buying you more time to play with the defensive advantage. Force the opponents to take risk to approach for as long as possible. Nope. Watch out for attacks that cannot be ducked under, like mids, lows, and overheads. Maintain your distance and use pokes to interrupt the opponent's approach. Ow! Hey dog, what is happening? The space behind your character is a limited resource. Retreating too frequently will back yourself into the corner, where the opponent has a positional advantage. Punish the opponent with attacks and knock them back to regain ground whenever possible, giving you more room to play defensively. A long knockdown is a great opportunity to regain some ground and return to your ideal spacing. No. No. Oh, come on, game. Let's give him like a 3-2-1 before you smack people, but nah. 250 coins. That's it. That's all we got for you. Offensive neutral. In neutral, a more defensive playstyle can give a player the upper hand at longer ranges, but the advantage will quickly shift to favor the offensive player if they can get close and start applying pressure. A dash cancel can significantly extend the range of your advancing attacks. Use a dash cancel to quickly close in on the opponent after they perform a long range attack that has high block disadvantage. Man! Man! Fail! Oh, okay. Advancing attacks can help you close distance while threatening the space in front of you. Don't use these attacks carelessly. They can move into a range where it's easier for the opponent to punish a miss as you recover. When advancing, it's important to behave unpredictably, so it's more difficult for the opponent to interrupt your actions. Move in short bursts and be ready to block their long-range attacks on reaction. As you get closer, you may want to preemptively block for brief moments to catch your opponent trying to poke with fast attacks that are difficult to react to. This will be easier if they attack in predictable patterns with the same moves. You're not even... Oh, God damn it, game. What is this? What is this? You'll recover before the opponent if you block an attack that is block disadvantage. Use this opportunity to move in and start applying pressure. Like the game's just like, nah. Advance cautiously when you're nearing the maximum range of your opponent's attacks. You can try to preemptively move in and out of range to bait them into attacking at the wrong time, then punish their mistake. The game has had it. He's like, get out of the tutorial. What are you doing? The game is Mick fucking had it. Let's see. Landing a hit is the best way to transition from neutral to offensive pressure. Attacks to knock down will usually give you the highest frame advantage. Use this time to close in and apply pressure as the opponent gets up. Every character can use back and circle to perform a sweep that will knock down the opponent. Hitting with this low attack will give you a chance to apply pressure as the opponent gets up. What is happening? That wasn't the right button. Hitting with an attack that leaves the opponent standing usually doesn't award as much frame advantage as a knockdown, but your opponent can't use the defensive tools like reversals and get up attacks to resist your pressure. What the hell? What is happening? But why? What? You don't have to land a clean hit to gain control in neutral. A blocked attack with frame advantage can lead to offensive pressure. Each blocked attack will deal a bit of damage, build super meter, and push the opponent a little closer to the corner. What is happening? A jump in is effective way to attacking in neutral. Jump ins can be a reliable way to punish the opponent for committing to a slow, long-range attack. It may be worth the risk to attempt to jump in, attack to land a damaging combo if your opponent is poking carelessly and predictably. These jumps are slow floating. Jumping is risky and neutral because it reduces your attack options, prevents blocking, commits you to a predictable arc of movement. An experienced opponent will be able to counter a jump in when used carelessly. You can continue a block, jump in punch into a combo attack to create block pressure. Jump carefully, you won't be able to continue your combo attack. The opponent stops jump in attack with an up block. What is happening? A defensive opponent may give up some ground to maintain their ideal spacing in neutral. This can be an effective strategy, but retreating too frequently will back them into the corner where you have the potential to perform damaging combos. Slowly advance on a retreating opponent while evading their pokes until they back into the corner. Maintain your distance to avoid taking block damage. Fail. Some cameo ambush attacks can provide cover as you close in on the opponent in neutral. Use Kano's knife toss to force your opponent to take action, like block or duck as your opponent. Cameo ambushes can be powerful tools in neutral, but their frequency is limited by your cameo meter. Avoid using your cameo recklessly. You won't be able to return to the fight for a short time if they take a hit. A combo breaker can act as a safety net if you have full super meter, allowing you to play more aggressively and take more risks. Limei's forward circle X can launch for a jungle combo, but it's unsafe on block. It's less dangerous to use this attack in neutral if you can break the opponent's punish combo. A combo breaking can save you from a damaging combo, but you'll be pushed to long range and have fewer resources to spend on armor reversals or extended combos. $250, that's all we got for you. Intro to zoning. Zoning is the strategy of keeping an opponent at a specific range where you have an advantage. This limits their options and helps you to control the pace of the match. Zoning typically involves keeping the opponent at long range or projectile attacks. The foundation of your zoning game will be your projectile special move. Liu Kang's Fireball is a good attack for zoning since it travels at high speed and it's safe on block in most ranges. The opponent usually has to duck, block, or jump to deal with the projectile attack, preventing them from acting freely. This will help you control the pace of the match. Learn to time your projectile attacks to fire them as quickly as possible, creating a dangerous obstacle course for your opponent to navigate. Several block projectiles can be just as dangerous as a successful hit. Each block special move deals a meaningful amount of block damage, builds your super meter, and pushes the opponent slightly back. Most projectiles are high attack, so your opponent can duck to avoid them without taking damage. If you throw your projectiles too predictably, the opponent can easily duck and walk forward to evade your attacks and safely close distance. Adjust the timing and frequency of your projectiles as the opponent advances to make them more difficult to predict. An opponent that's focused on advancing and ducking under projectiles will be less prepared to defend against your other attacks. Surprise your opponent at mid-range by dashing forward and attacking after throwing a projectile. While the opponent can also evade projectiles by jumping over them. This can be effective, but it's also risky since they can't block until they land once they're committed to the jump. Adjust the time of your fireball to hit the opponent out of the air before they can land and block. If you anticipate that the opponent will commit to a jump, you can use an anti-air attack to stop them. This is riskier if you attack preemptively, since the opponent will be able to advance easily if you guess wrong. You'll need to maintain distance to keep your zoning game going. Learn projectiles, walking, jumping, and dashing backward are good ways to create space if you have plenty of room behind you. The space behind you is a valuable and limited resource when zoning. Retreat too frequently and you'll back yourself into the corner where you have limited movement options and the opponent can easily close in. Oh hey, it's Sindel and Melina. Before you get too close to the corner, look for opportunities to switch sides with the opponent to give yourself room to retreat again. Landing a combo can give you a safe opportunity to perform a side switching attack. Wait. Nope. Many characters have attacks that are particularly effective at countering zoning, like Scorpion's Teleport. Be careful of these types of attacks when throwing projectiles. Though effective against projectiles, Scorpion's Teleport is unsafe on block or miss. Consistently punish attacks that are good at countering projectiles, scare your opponent into using them less frequently. Do I win the game now? Nope. Zoning attacks. When zoning, make use of each long-range tool available to your team. Using a variety of attacks will make it more difficult for the opponent to react to them as quickly. Liu Kang can knock down and push back the opponent using his Dragon's Tail attack. A knockdown is very effective when zoning since it prevents your opponent from moving for a short time, giving you a chance to create more space. Dragon's Tail can regain a lot of ground if it hits from long range, but it's unsafe on block. Attacks like this are best used to punish the opponent for missing an attack. Enhanced Fireball for a mid-attack that can't be evaded by a ducking opponent. Enhanced Fireball will destroy an opponent's projectile and keep going if they collide in mid-air. It's a good way to punish your opponent if they attempt to counter your zoning with their own projectiles. The threat of a projectile destroying attack like Enhanced Fireball can scare your opponent to using the projectiles less frequently, but you can quickly burn through your super meter if you use this tool too often. Liu Kang's Low Dragon is a low projectile that can only be evaded by jumping, but it's slower than his Fireball and Dragon Tail. Firestorm is an airborne projectile attack with a quick startup and long active frames. This type of attack is great for controlling the air when your opponent attempts to jump over your other projectiles, but it can leave you vulnerable if they stay grounded. Use your cameo partner to increase the number of attacks your opponent has to react to as they try to close in. Use Sonya's energy ring projectile can be delayed by hitting R1, making it more difficult for the opponent to react and evade. This attack is slower startup than Liu Kang's Fireball, but it has high frame advantage on block or hit. Sonya's Square Wave is a cameo ambush that allows her to act independently of her partner. This attack is only a threat to airborne opponents, but it can be used at the same time as Liu Kang's other projectiles to cover different areas at the same time. Cameo attacks can be very powerful when used at the right time, but their frequency is limited by your cameo gauge. Save them for key moments when they best complement your lead character's abilities. All long-range attacks have weaknesses that can be exploited when used at the wrong time. Effective zoning requires a wide range of attacks that are well-timed and used in unpredictable patterns, making it more difficult for the opponent to react optimally. Fascinating. What else is there? Countering zoning. Certain characters excel at long-range combat and zoning. These kinds of opponents will attempt to keep you at a distance to maintain an advantage, but you have several options to close the gap and gain the upper hand. Though necessary at times, you want to minimize the number of projectiles that you block. Each block projectile deals a meaningful amount of block damage and pushes you back slightly to keep you at a distance. Several block projectiles can be just as damaging as a successful hit. Instead of blocking, do your best to evade the opponent's attacks at range. Most projectile attacks are high attacks, which means you can safely duck without blocking to avoid taking damage. Typically, your most reliable way to approach a zoning opponent is to duck under the high projectiles and patiently walk forward. Man! Okay. You can also jump over most projectiles, giving you an option to approach while avoiding the attack at the same time. You can't block while jumping. The opponent can adjust the timing of projectiles or hit you with an anti-air attack if you jump predictably. Watch for projectiles that are mid or low attacks that can't be ducked under. These attacks will be blocked or evaded by jumping. Be aware of the weaknesses of your opponent's mid and low projectile attacks. Most cost resources or have long startup or recovery frames, making them riskier for the opponent to use. Liu Kang's Slow Dragon is a slower startup and longer recovery than his Fireball, giving you more time to jump up the low projectile than duck the high projectile. Some attacks can threaten a zoning opponent from mid-range. Use Sub-Zero's Ice Clone Charge to attack the opponent from throwing projectiles and then just for the Man! Right. Some attacks, such as Sub-Zero's Ice Slide, let you advance while ducking under high projectiles. While this is vulnerable if it's blocked, it can be effective if your opponent is using high projectiles predictably. Once you've closed in on a zoning opponent, watch for opportunities to duck and punish a projectile with a far-reaching attack. Meh. A jump-in attack can also be a good option if the opponent clings to a projectile when they're too close. Most zoners will try to retreat to maintain their ideal combat distance. You can use this to your advantage or slowly back them into a corner. A cornered opponent can no longer retreat to keep you away. You'll inevitably take some hits from a zoning opponent. Do your best not to get frustrated when this happens. Play patiently, focus on avoiding additional damage, and wait for opportunities to move into a range where you can fight back. If a zoning opponent knocks you down, do your best to minimize block damage by evading their follow-up attacks as you get up. You may be able to use an invulnerable cameo getup to avoid projectile attacks that are timed to hit right as you get up. The opponent can put you into situations where it's difficult or impossible to evade their attacks. You may be able to use an armored attack to push through if you can afford to take some damage. When two characters perform projectile attacks at the same time, they will usually trade hits and both characters will take damage. These types of trades typically favor the character with the most health. You can use trades to your advantage if your character has a projectile that can start a combo with a trade. You may take some damage from the incoming projectile, but you can deal significantly more damage to your opponent. What the hell? Some projectiles can be enhanced to destroy incoming projectiles. Use this as an advantage to interrupt a zoning opponent. What the hell? Sub-Zero's so slow. Even if your enhanced projectile does not hit, you can force the opponent to block or evade instead of continuing to throw projectiles, buying you time to move in. We'll leave the challenges alone, yeah. Tutorial completion, 100%. Ah, yeah. What do I win? I win the ability to spend coins on randomized rewards. Cool. Yeah, well. I've now become a master at Mortal Kombat 1 very clearly. You know, I don't recommend, you know, going full on through the tutorial because probably the human brain isn't equipped to maintain all of that stuff all at once. But, you know, it's there for if you want to know how the game works. So, that took a whole 3 hours. I was like, let me go through the tutorial right quick before I do story mode. And 3 hours later, but there will be a story mode. I'm far too stubborn to not go through the story mode now. But I will be taking a break, getting a drink, walking around a bit. So, I don't know. Come back in 5 minutes.